Hello, welcome to All Things Creative. We got a little friend today. This is Dale. Say hi. We just wanted to say hello. I hope you all had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. Wanted to show you guys the finished product. We finished our socks. They turn out really cute. I finished them last night. Yeah. We did the decreases here. I think last I showed it was kind of around here, so I did all that and the bottom. Yeah. Excuse the light, sorry. I think overall it took me about 8 days to make these. With probably minus a couple of days where I did not knit anything at all. But there we go. Okay friends, we're going to make Nora mittens next. Don't they look cute? I've gotten the pattern. Alright, we got knitting for olive package that took about 2.5 weeks to get here. Whoop-de-doo. I have not knitted yet anything in this chunky thick one. And I have to say, it's not very soft. It's rough. Kind of rough. Okay. This is pure silk. I have to say for silk, that's also not very silky. Maybe I'm just picky. I don't know. Merino. Merino feels nice. It's kind of cottony almost. This is in the shade Poppy Blue. Okay, this is in the shade Unicorn Purple. Both of these are silk, I think. The poofy one. The poofy are they're just so rough. I got 4 shades. I don't remember what I was planning on doing out of these, but here we are. Purple. We got light green. This is in the shade Sky Cloud. This is Dusty Artichoke. Okay. And did I say what this one is? I think this is Dusty Violet. You can kind of see. Trying to get the right color of it. This is more accurate, I think, right there. Okay, so those are the poofs. The poofs. I wanted something bright, I think, for like something for kids that I want to make. And then we've got 2 fluffers. I'm gonna make a hoodie hat. And I was gonna combine this cashmere with this mohair. My goodness, look at the size of the cashmere. That is so tiny. And compared to the regular, which is merino, I think. Yeah, merino, cashmere, and this is their new bulky heavy merino. And this is the mohair, so you kind of have an idea. Oh, and this is silk, okay? Heavy merino, cashmere, mohair, and silk. Yeah. I was gonna combine those 2 together, these 2 together, and these 2 together. Okay. Just wanted to show you guys what I'm working on. I've decided to pick up one of these little things, and actually sent one to my mother-in-law to see if she might want to work on one too. This is completely new to me. Like, I've done cross stitch before, but I've never done anything like this. So I'm really excited. I had to look up a couple YouTube videos because I'm like, how do you combine the beads? So now I know. Anyway, this is as far as I went. Like, barely anything. Excuse the bright, crazy sun. So, it comes with a couple of flossers. It's a bag of beads, 2 needles, one for beads, one for cross stitch. Instructions. Okay. And mine is like so tiny. Look at that little graph. Anywho, and my daughter started crocheting today. She's doing pretty good. She's 9. I'm impressed. You're such a sweet boy. Alright, y'all. Picked up a new hobby here. We've painted this little frame, and I'm making a scrapbooking cover. Yep, I have a chaos on the table right now, okay? I use this. I had this like for years. I painted something. One of my picture frames, I think, that I wanted white. And I'm watching some TikTok crap. There's that. We're gonna put some of these in there. We're gonna put this in there on it. I'm gonna use these. Yeah. Exciting. Okay, y'all. This is what we're working with right now. I don't know if you can see it. I added some ribbon in the bottom. It's currently drying, so then I'm gonna trim the rest. I think I'm gonna put some things on the sides. They're gonna be 2 rings, because this is one of the pages. The front. I painted this frame white, and I add little stickles to it, like sparkly thing, you know. Hopefully this focused. And I used the diamond stickles on it, and we're gonna put it like right here at the front. I really like this rose, and I didn't want to cover it. Yeah. That's the front that we're working with. There's the back. And we're going to add some flowers and more pretty things. I'm excited. Okay, I thought I would come a little bit closer to kind of zoom in and show you guys all the little details of this. This is what I was talking about earlier, is a little bird, little other keychain, and the ribbons. This came in paper. I just cut it out, the little rose and the little other details of it. And I picked out the color combinations, sorry, for the beads to kind of go with it, and that is what we came up with. Okay, y'all, I wanted to tell you that I'm crazy, and I've started on Mittens. These babies, okay, and they look so pretty, and I'm excited to make them, but boy, I struggled. So because I'm working on 2 at the same time, which is probably the mistake I'm making, I have a lot of yarn balls. I have to hold 2 and 2 for each, so that's 4 here and 4 on this one. And I mean yeah, here's my one side of 4 balls, and my other side, excuse this one, 4 balls, and I have to keep them all separated, okay? Yeah, I'm crazy, I know, but I'm really excited. And I don't know about any of you guys, but I am struggling with this pattern, especially this part of keeping these in the same line, okay? Not to keep track of the thumbs. And as you can see here, somehow I ended up with 1 extra stitch in here. Yeah, we're gonna have to stitch this up. I know. And then in one of the mittens, I've also ended up with 2 extra stitches recently that I had to get rid of. And the beginning of the pattern might be slightly messy. I'm attached. But it's okay, yeah? I think I have enough contrast now. I had different yarn that I wanted to use, but both of them were dark, and it just didn't work out, which I was kind of disappointed because this is a chaotic mess. By the way, I'm using Knitting for Olive Merino and the mohair, and I will link the colors down below. I guess we'll talk about them later. But it's this gray and kind of like a green blue, I guess. Yeah, and I've extended this part for my liking. So yeah, these are my thumbs, my left and my right. And I'm having a blast, and by that I'm highly joking. Blast of knitting these thumbs. Yeah, very fun, very thrilling. Anyway, and I'm watching Russian Knitter. I ran into her recently and I like her videos. So yeah, anyway, there's that. A lot going on here. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about knitting. Surprise. I just wanted to update everybody on what I've been doing. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy watching this video or get inspired. And I'm going to start with mittens. And the ones I'm working on are called mittens. Take a look at this. Okay, my colors are different, obviously. Hi. We are be doing outside today because it's a wonderful day in Oklahoma. So you probably see a few clips by now. Just to show you guys something really funny. Yeah, I got 2 buckets and I've got 2 mittens, and I have 4 balls for each hand, okay? I think that's a bit crazy, but I had to stick my yarn through these holes so that I can kind of keep it not too tingly. So I'm using Knitting for Olive, I believe Merino, and Mohair, okay? And I will link down below the colors. And if any of you have done a remittance, how did you do the thumb? Because I am lost. I really was lost. And I kind of did my own thing. Just keeping the colors, and I'm gonna show you guys. So, keeping the colors. So for my thumbs, looking in here, this is the pattern going. Focus, okay. This is the back. I got these lines going on for the thumbs, and they were kind of complicated. Okay, we're doing some major close-ups because this is not working. Anyway, so we're looking at the back. Sorry, this is the front. The flower is going up, and then I've gotten the back with these interesting stripes in here on the thumbs that I really messed up on, and then my one extra stitch on this other mitten that I'm gonna have to sew up by hand. The other thing I've noticed with these colors, I was really hoping that this color would be much lighter, like lighter gray, and in some lighting it gives like plum, like pink vibes. So I'm like, and this is kind of like a dark teal, I guess was what you would call it. Yeah, but anyway, it's soft and it's easy to knit with. Let's see, what else can I say? This is what it looks like on the inside. Inside with my carryovers, floats, I guess is what you call these. Okay, not bad. And it is stretchy. Like it has some stretch to it, which is nice. I did these 2x1, I think is what she's calling in the pattern. If I were to redo mittens, I would probably do, or like do something similar, I'd probably do the other very popular mitten. What am I thinking of now? I can't remember the name. Oh my word, I'm so dumb. What is that? Okay, here, hold on, loading. It is cold. Silbu mittens, okay? I will do Silbu mittens, and they're CELBU. And I think there's quite a few videos on how to make those on YouTube, which is nice. Anyway, moving on to the next. Away from my bins and buckets. By the way, I have never knitted mittens in my life, so I'm going on to the fancy color work and not really knowing how to make them, so I believe in myself. Okay, the other project I'm working on, which I'm really excited for, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. It is Sophie hat, Sophie scarf, whatever you want to call this. What is it called? Sophie hood, excuse me. None of those. So this is what we're looking like. And this is knitting for olive again. This is cashmere. So you got this when it was on sale, and mohair together. So I'm holding 2 strands of cashmere in one strand of mohair, okay? I don't know if you can tell, but I don't know, I don't think good. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. So we're working with 3 balls. Okay, I don't know if that was helpful. And right now we're working from the bottom into the increases, and I believe, what is a 2-piece? So you will be attaching the hood after you knit the scarf, I think. At least that's how I understood it. I might be wrong. So anyway, it's really soft. If you are curious to kind of see what the cashmere balls look like, they are significantly smaller. They are very tiny. I believe this is Bardoc's color, if I said it right at all. And extremely thin. I think they're recommended to hold 2 strands of this to make the same thickness as the merino, which is what I'm knitting with my mittens, like one of these. So, and this is half of the ball, and this is a full size because I literally just started this. So if you can take a look, there's quite the difference. Now the way they feel is also quite the difference, because this one is rougher and this one is very extremely luxurious and soft. Okay, and I'm knitting this. I read online, and I don't know how accurate it is, but that you want to knit cashmere loose, because once you wash it, it expands and becomes softer. And so I'm doing it like pretty airy. And it's really soft too. And I'm doing 5mm. I think that's what she's recommending. And then to show you guys the mohair, I'm also doing a match one, which is Bardoc's, I think. It's kind of like a plum purple. And got a focus camera. So very floofy and seems bigger. So I'm afraid I will not have enough because I will probably need 2 more of these at least, if not 4 more. And I have 1 more of these. I ordered 2 and 2, thinking I would be doing this. But the very so smart me did not read the instructions about this cashmere yarn, so I realized I have to do 2 strands and 1 of these. And currently they are sold out, so yeah, exciting. I'm gonna have to wait, but hopefully it'll be back in stock when I will run out of this and we'll need more. Okay, that was a Sophie hood. Oh wait, I took a picture here. No, I did not. I lied. Alright, and then that is all I'm working on. That's it. Not much. I had family over for about 5 days, and I've been doing other things. I did work on this, and I've never done these. I have found this idea. Like, I love felted ornaments and like sequins. I've done that, and I've done stockings at those, but I wanted to have more ornaments or something more exciting. So I found this Mill Hill one on Amazon. It's a snowflake star. Brain is not here today. So this is where I stopped, and I haven't worked in this for like, I don't know, a week and a half. So I did the cross stitch first, and then you add beads, and it's very tiny. You know, my hands are tiny, so, but it's really pretty. You have like mostly clear beads, and it's very self-explanatory. After I'm done with the beading, I'm planning on putting like maybe like fabric background or like fuzzy cardboard paper in the back. You will have to like cut all of this out, and then it comes with a little charm that you put in the bottom. Quite a bit of things going on here, and it's so tiny. Like this thing is itty bitty. It's a little tiny snowflake. I don't know, I think you can see this. Okay, that is itty bitty. This friend is tiny. So yeah, I have to say, last time I worked on cross stitch was like decades ago, and I would pick out like bigger pictures that I'll never finish. I'll start them, but I'll never finish. So this was really quick. I think this took me like, I don't know, 2 evenings on the cross stitch, and then beading, of course, another one. So yeah, you could do that pretty quickly. It looks like a mess in the back, obviously. Not that anybody wants to see the back, but here we are. Yep, yeah, wonderful mess. But the front is pretty. I also messed up a couple times in here, but you can't tell because it's so busy. This is what the chart looks like if you're curious. Okay, let's see. Yep, focus, friend. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this. It comes with the thread that you need, with the instructions. If you've ever done one of these, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it also tells you how to do the beading with each type of beading. It is like numbered and pictured, and instructions are all in. Yeah, so kind of like how to put beads in. It talks about that and which kind of bead, and a bunch of other stuff. And it came with this tiny little slip, like picture chart, and I love this. This is great because easy to do and carry around, and doesn't require much space. Sorry about the noise. And these are my little tiny beads. I don't know if you can see it, but here we go. They're mostly clear and white, I would say. So yeah, I need to finish that, and then let's talk about Yarnable. If you guys are not familiar with Yarnable, you can skip through this. If you're curious, you can open it up with me. Okay, and this month, I think they're starting this year where they used to come with this fabric bag, like clear, not clear, like white, kind of thin, and excuse me. And they would put the 2 balls in there, or 1 ball, depending on the schemes, depending on what you're getting in your monthly. But what am I trying to say? Yeah, but they decided to discontinue that because they're trying to save money. So they're like, we're not going to charge you extra, but we will skip the bag. I'm like, well, darn. But they did put it in a plastic bag. So it usually comes in a bag that looks like this. Okay. It's a little sheep. It's Yarnable, Hypnotic, and you can actually have a sneak peek every month. If you go on their website, they have a sneak peek of every month that they're doing. I believe they have a February one out right now, and it's really cute. I have 2. It comes with one main skein and 1 smaller, and extra little goodies. You don't have to subscribe to all of that. You can just do 1. This is not sponsored. This is just me liking the yarn. The pair of socks I made previously, a previous video, I gifted those to my sister, and they were made out of, I believe, Yarnable yarn. And they're very soft and they're great. So anyway, it comes in a pouch like this, like all the extra goodies. Okay, and then this month, it looks like they had I'm fine theme. Let's start with this one. Okay, so this is a little pen, which is really cute. Let me look at this. Yep, okay, so, and it's a little fire, recycle, I think, or garbage. What am I thinking on? Forget fire of a dumpster. That's a dumpster. Let's open it together. We can take a peek. Peekaboo! Okay. That's so cute, and it has a little keychain. It says, it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. I feel like that some days. Let's see. The strongest still is forget in the fire of a dumpster. I know it, you know it. Tiny dumpster has your back whenever you need a pick-me-up. Cute. I love greens, by the way. Muted. These kind of shades are pretty. So there's this little friend. It's a clickable. It's really red. And then it came with a little what am I thinking of? What is it called? My brain never functions at the right time. Little pen. Okay, this is a little pen. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Okay, and then you get two little needle stoppers that are also little dumpsters with a little fire inside. I think they're really cute. Okay, so that's what you get. So this month. And then you get. Okay, so we've got the main color, which is quite unusual. I wasn't sure if I was really a fan of it, but here we are. It is this friend. Okay, we've got reds, grays, and blacks. And whites, obviously. See, if I put it this way, would you see it better? I don't know. You'll see it better that way? I hope so. I keep looking at my other screen to see if it actually focuses. So this is a plush sock. Excuse my language. This is called Chaos Coordinator. January 2026. It is 15% nylon and then 85% merino. And it is 437 yards, 100 grams. So you get quite a bit. And it's really soft. So yeah, this is it. This is one. And then the other, bonk. This month is Master of Disasters, just a light gray shade. Oops, that's upside down. Here we go. So, and in this one you get 50 grams of yarn, 220 yards. And it's the same merino and nylon. There we go. Got our friends. Okay. Hopefully the light is not leaving me yet too much. It's getting darker. And yo, it's only 4:30. Okay, that's nuts. Alright. That was all on the Yarnable side. Okay. Here's a close-up of the colors. This month. January. Oh, two colors together. I hear one of my doves. Morning doves. Anyway, here's the needle stoppers. These are needle stoppers and a cute little pen with the keychain. There we go. That is what we got this month. I may have already shown some clips of that, but I finished. I would like to start a little mini scrapbook. And I tried it years ago and I kind of miss it. So I went to Hobby Lobby with my family at the time, and and picked out some things. So this is what we've created in the end. I may have done some snippets hopefully by now to kind of show you guys what was going on. So what I'm thinking, this will be the front. And all of this comes from Hobby Lobby. And then we have the chain to go around. I want to build it kind of thick. I will add, I think, like 2 binding rings to make it easy flip. I did put cardboard in the middle. Then I painted this guy white. I believe it came gold, if I'm not wrong. These flowers, everything else came from Hobby Lobby, including the beads, and I've stringed them up, and I added this little ribbon tassels in here and these clip-on things. I saw a chick on TikTok, and she kind of gave me this cool idea of putting this as a clip-on bind off that will hold your book together, and I think she makes beautiful scrapbooks. I can't remember her name though, but I can link that down below. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure what else to tell you guys. This thing comes off. I will add more like bookmark pieces in here. Let's see, what did I put that little one? And just to get more space where I can write, here's one like here. Itty bitty, of course. And there's really nothing on the back. I was gonna put some stuff on the back too. So yeah, I found these cute little bird keychain. This one says, "It is well with my soul." I added some more of these beads in here. This actually, I made these 2 bows together. I put a thing on top, and then like a bobby pin with hooks, 3 hooks I think. And then I've attached these little strings. I hope you can see that. I'm sorry. I should probably do a video on zoom-ins of that. And yeah, I love the colors. So I don't know what else to say about it, but if you guys have any questions, let me know. I also don't know when I'll be making the next page, because currently I'm in the mission of making these mittens, and I have to say they're taking forever. Also, will I be making another pair of colorwork mittens anytime soon? Probably not. Because this is taking 5 decades and a year. Okay? Yeah. I am happy that I'm making 2 at the same time. I think if I were to do 1 at a time, I would probably go insane and lose my interest. Because that's exactly what happened with one of my other mittens that I did add cables. And I've written all of the instructions on them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not making another one. Maybe not ever. So anyway, and they were supposed to be for my daughter. Well, supposed to be for me, but then they turned out really small because I've edited the whole pattern that I purchased, and that was silly. So you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So there's that. Yeah, you guys want to see like what's going on here? So here we go. So this will be our thumb, and I think we will be picking up stitches here to continue, and then do the thumb separately. Well, like if you look at this one, it's actually not bad. This thumb kind of makes logical sense. Okay, with these stripes, because it's really hard. I was really confused as to how to increase with keeping the stripes coordinated one after another. And that just, my brain just farted. Like I couldn't. But this one is not bad. The other side, however, is, it's a little bit different. You can tell I lost my color, like coordination. I wasn't pulling the right, from the right stitches, I guess, to increase. So you can look at it and it's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like you can see more green pulling out. Yeah, anyway, it's okay. But I am excited to finish these, even though I've basically just started them. I had to start these a couple times because the first time I started well with a different yarn, and I realized my color choices weren't as contrasting and they were going to be too dark, and so I will be wasting my time on the pattern. And I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get something lighter in one of the yarn balls, but I guess I'll make something else later out of it. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Have you all heard of a painted tree store? Sorry. I picked this cute little crochet bag in there, and I love all the colors. It makes me think of summer, and I picked it up this summer. It's where the store is where a lot of handmade people sell their items. They rent the shelving or the space, and they sell their items. Yeah, they like clothing. It could be honestly anything and everything. It's like Etsy, but with shelves in the store. Okay. Yeah, I carry some of my stuff in there. Anyway, well, that is it. I hope I didn't bore you with this little chit chat. And I hope you'll have a great week. I will keep working on my things when I have time. I'm back to work, yay! And back to being tired, yay! Anyway, alright, well, thank you guys for watching, and you'll have a great day. Bye! Just occurred to me that I don't think I've ever mentioned what my name is. I always say, welcome to All Things Creative, but by the way, my name is Emily, and if you're a subscriber, I thank you, I appreciate it, and I hope I won't bore you with my videos, but this will be inspiring, and thank you for watching. If you do like it, please thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know. You can leave a comment. I would love to chat to y'all. Thank you. Bye.